games in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Off the play fake, Love. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, this is Harris. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Love with it here, third and short yardage. This one swung out here to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on this.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
But it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. To throw now. Here's Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasize ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Love. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Love with a give to Dillon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think of it.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 6. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well.
Hi, Daddy's here.
They're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Off the option, it's Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh play? He's able to push forward, pick up that first.
Let's go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Jones.
Basically, I'm not in the mood to talk, dude. This dude's gotten 2 free fucking touchdowns. It keeps popping up fucking options. I'll be mid fucking play, and it'll ask me if I like its suggestion, and I don't know why it's doing it. He's gotten 2 free fucking touchdowns. Watch, it'll pop up mid fucking play.
They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's fucking pissing me
They
off.
go bootleg. Love. Sliding out of the pocket.
Bitch, bro.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Sorry.
Come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No, you're fine. I'm just... It's something.
On the handoff, Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Dude's gonna get a free fucking win over it, too.
So the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
This dude ain't beat me in a long fucking time, so.
Through that time to record the sack. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field.
It's like you and the other guy.
Left
Yeah.
and his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17.
Fucking bullshit, man.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points,
Bullshit,
the
bro.
better off you're going to be.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
You have to go big or go.
Alright, man. Good luck. See ya.
Throw on 3rd and 2. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And
Thank you
he's
for
gonna
stopping
have
in, good sir.
first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't move. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe
Probably easy before the game is over.
Lance now on first down.
Alright, man.
As he's inside the
It probably won't be much of a fucking game with how much it's fucking me, so.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And the Packers give him nowhere to go. They bring him down. With Sean Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, it's Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
this team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
On 2nd and 11 now. Love. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be...
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Turn, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set. Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Lance now on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, and whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the give, this is Harris. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
On second down, Dillon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That's complete to Robinson.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. And this is caught by Williams. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, that's a big let-off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Robinson, 48 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lance again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers get a score closer.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. 30. Well, Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle. Didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining, because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up a return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action this time with Love. Rolling to his right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they're set up in a goal in possession here right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And they will take a knee here. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Green Bay,